Well, here it is, guys. Just got my truck back. It was stolen. It'll start, but it will not drive. I think they cracked the housing on the transmission. This is all bent. This cross member is all bent. That's new. The transfer case cross member there, that one's all bent. Or actually, that's for the torsion bars. That's all bent. That's also new. And we did start it, and it pours transmission oil out of the top. Sucks. I just had that thing rebuilt 18 months ago. $5,000 rebuild. My boy will be happy. They left his shoes. Looks like they took the cup holder, broke the windshield even more, ripped the damn rear view off, steering column's all jacked up, tried to rip my gauges off the A-pillar there. They cleaned pretty much everything out. The only thing they left in here was just my overalls right there and my mud boots and my boy's shoes. It's my new screwdriver now. Appreciate that. All kinds of random broken bits. I don't even know what that's even for. I don't know how good it'll show up on camera. Everything is wet with transmission oil all the way to the bed of the truck. All this, there's like a film on it. I don't know if you guys can see it very good on camera, but it's all transmission oil. It still has 3/4 of a tank of fuel in it, so I imagine what they did was tore it all up and got it out of the parking lot at the hotel there. And then they, of course, they immediately raped everything out of the inside. And I think they went joyriding for a day or two. And my guess is they bonsaied a curb or something. And the truck pretty much drove until it was out of transmission oil and left them stranded. That's the only reason I think it got recovered so quickly. It could be a blessing in disguise, I guess. If it, if they hadn't done that, who knows where the truck would be. And it's tuned, so with a full tank of fuel, and the auxiliary tank actually still has about a half a tank of fuel. So they'd have roughly a 700-mile range before they ran out of fuel if they were driving, conservatively. Another shot of the front end. So I don't know if they hit a curb and then backed up, and that's what peeled all that plastic. Maybe they bonsaied way into it. That's what did the tranny damage, and then they backed up and tore up the bumper getting out of there. More tranny oil everywhere. Tailgate's a little beat up. That was me though. That was all me. So I don't know. Maybe $3,000 probably worth of like trims and interior bits. There's my lock cylinder. They punched that right out. Another shot of the inside. Of course, they left the key on when it left them stranded. So I get it. And now both batteries are also junk. Tranny's junk. Windshield, that'll probably ride actually. Yeah, they tried to rip all my gauges. I don't even know what this goes to. If it's something to my gauges or if it's a part of this little aftermarket hands-free calling, whatever. I have no idea. They did leave me some Burger King trash in here. That was cool. Oh, and look at, yes! Snap-on pliers. These are for electricals. I love these so much. I bought 2 pair, and they cleaned everything out, but they missed these. So that's actually a win for me. Nailed it. Yeah, other than that, they really didn't trash the seats and stuff. All this headliner stuff was already hanging down. So I guess really at the end of it all, they kind of did minimal interior damage. I don't know what what these things normally look like after a theft recovery, but maybe they, I don't know. Maybe it would have been a lot more tore up if the tranny was still good. I think they went through pretty much everything. They did leave me my hard hat. That was nice of them. looks like they got into my toolbox, which this didn't have anything fancy, and it was just a little cheap kit. Yeah, they emptied everything. Anything, they left me my jumper cables too, so they really screwed the beagle on that deal. Still got my jumper cables and my snap-on crimpers. So all in all, this kind of looks like I might be winning here. Got all my straps still. They did leave me, well, they left me some grapes. That was nice of them. Thank you guys. Could have left me a beer though, jeez. Auxiliary tank. I don't know if you guys can see it. Level's about right there. So half a tank. This holds 45 gallons. Just some random bits, it looks like, in here. I'll have to fold the seat down, see if they got me for my air compressor and tire plug kit and all that. At least the damage to the interior is minimal. I mean, of course, damage to the powertrain, the transmission specifically, is catastrophic. So I don't even know which route to go. I can't drive it home. I have to trailer it home. Just another shot of the windshield. Let's look under the hood. My tap for my boost gauge. Everything under the hood appears to be intact. I mean, even the batteries are still there. Like I said, I did have it running. I had to jump it and of course use the key that they left me, that screwdriver, because I guess they didn't like my key, I guess. Anyway, runs, it sounded okay, but it started pouring oil out. It wouldn't even move. I tried to move it from right there, that little parking lot, literally 20 feet, and it wouldn't even go into gear. So that's what I assume. They drove it until the truck basically did the same thing to them, and then they just abandoned it. It's bittersweet. It's nice to have it back, but now where the hell am I going to get a transmission? Buy a junkyard one, try to swap all my rebuilt clutches and everything into that junkyard one, or I don't know what to do now. Pull this engine out, harness and all. Might be pretty sexy in an old square body Chevy, since the tranny's junk. I mean, it does give me 1-ton axles. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm going to try to bring her back to life, or if I'm just going to part it and have something, you know, basically a 2500 drivetrain and with some other body on top. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? What do you think I should do?